how to create and schedule a news event. You need to be on your school website, log yourself in, and the first thing we need to do before we actually create our news story is to create a place for that story to live. So under the News tab in our Quick Launch menu, I've gone ahead and created a page called News Stories. If you haven't done that step yet, you can go back to the Create a Page video and follow the instructions to create a page under News where your stories can be created. So I'm going to now click on that News Stories page, and it will pull it up here. You can check your breadcrumb to make sure that you're in the right area. And my story isn't created yet, so you'll see a blank page. I'm going to go up to Site Actions so that I can edit that page to enter my story and my content. So the ribbon pops up that looks exactly like it would if you were creating content on your school webpage, because essentially that's what you're doing. And we'll just type our content in the page content area. We'll just call this test story. And we'll add our content here. And we're going to check in our story. It's always a good idea to check it in because it will check your spelling for you. Click Continue. And then we're going to publish our page. Alright, so now our news story is published. Now we're going to go back into the Edit Page ribbon. And on the far left there is a box that says News Article Details and Scheduling. And we're going to click on that. It will bring up a Page Properties box, and there's two specific areas that you must fill out in order to schedule your news story properly. The very first one that comes up is the Published Locations, and this is where you select the locations you want your content to go to. So right now you'll see selected is the Internet Home, and if that's selected, that's going to push your news story out to Scott Scantlebury, who will then approve it to go on the board website. And I've also clicked here Peely Island because that's the school site I'm working under, and this is where I'd like my news story to appear. So if you only want your story to go to the board website, you would only click this box. I'm going to leave them both clicked for now. And be sure to click Save at the bottom once you've made your selections. The second tab says News, and that's also important to fill out. We're going to click that. That's where we're going to set our times for where and when we want our news stories to appear. So we're going to click the little calendar here, and let's say we want our news story to actually begin showing today. We'd click today's date. And then you can also click an end date. So if it's an event that's going to end, or if it's a story that's going to expire in a certain amount of time, you can select a date there. I'm going to click on next Friday. It also asks you to upload an image, and that's important because on the board web page and on the home page of your school site, those photos are going to show nice and large in the middle of your screen. And if you don't select a photo, it's not as visually appealing for the audience. We'll scroll down a little bit, write a new summary in the box here, and then two optional areas. You can select your category if you wish, and you could also put in a URL for YouTube if you have a little video that you wanted to accompany your story. And once you finish those steps, you click Save. Okay, so we've successfully saved our content, so we're going to exit out of this box. And then we're again going to publish, and this time we're going to click Schedule. And here you're going to select your start date. So right now I'm going to leave it to say immediately because it's a current story. And this is a story that may expire. So I'm actually going to change my date here to say that next Friday that story is going to expire. And then we'll click OK. Alright, so once those steps are finished, we're actually going to just go to our page and we're going to save and close the page. And then you have successfully scheduled a news story.